Hi Libra, welcome to Indiglojypsy. I'm Jenna. I'm happy to do this tarot reading for Libra placements or anyone involved with a Libra. The messages may or may not resonate. I appreciate your presence and energy, and I hope you're all doing wonderful. So Libra, today for your reading, I'm going to use the House Plant Tarot deck, and I will open up with a Moonology Oracle card for you. So young, moon, and strength. You could be working with the color orange or lilac or lavender or like any light purple sort of variation. Okay. Young, moon, strength. Somebody could have Leo in their chart just because strength is associated with the astrological sign Leo and the strength card. It's a 118, which is also a 10. So you could be born October 10th, October 1st, or be a life path number 1. This card calls for you to draw upon your inner resources. It's time for you to step into your power. If someone or something has been making you feel less than, consider the possibility that this is actually a soul challenge to you from the universe, designed to urge you to believe in yourself more. It's your time to shine. You have everything you need to achieve your goals, but you need to show the universe your resilience and strength. Now is the time for you to move out from the shadows and into the light. There is nothing to be gained from cowering in the shadows at this time. False humility won't get you anywhere. Don't sell yourself short, and don't even try to convince yourself that you don't have what it takes. You really do. The first step now is to think about how all those times in your past when you got through big challenges, doing what made you the person you are today, and you have all the resources you need to keep going. Additional meanings: don't be a wallflower. Go first. Transformation is possible now. Be bold. Make the first move. All right. And as I was shuffling the tarot deck for you, Libra, we got the 8 of Cacti reversed, or the 8 of Swords reversed. So I feel like it kind of goes with the strength, the young moon energy, and it has to do with getting out of your head, whether someone kind of put you in a negative state or you just kind of like perpetuated it on your own. It's like freeing yourself mentally and coming out of a restriction, a mental restriction, okay? Sorry for the background noise. Try to tell everyone to turn down their devices, but Libra. Libra. Okay, Libra. So the Ace of Flowering Plants, or the Ace of Pentacles, is at the bottom of the deck here. And I feel like the way you were feeling about yourself was dependent upon what someone was or wasn't giving you, okay? It could have been something like solid or material, so it could have been money. It could have been a hug, even. Just something that you can actually like physically experience. I feel like you weren't being given that, or you were being promised that with the Knight of Cacti reverse, and or the King of Cacti reversed, excuse me. But it never came through. It's like I'm getting like somewhat of a cat and mouse game occurring with the King of Cacti and the Ace of Flowering Plants, which is, I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands, not the Ace of Pentacles. I took that as an Ace of Pentacles. But it is, okay, that changes things slightly. I mean, although because I said that, we'll keep that, because that could very well be what part of what you're experiencing is, which is where the strength young moon comes in, is somebody had the power, it seemed, to dictate like your mental state, until that got frustrating, until you took your power back, until just things started to change, whether they were forcefully or you realized that by giving someone power over your happiness, was where everything was being stalled out. So there's like this frustration with this King of Cacti, or with this person who has been dishonest, possibly even like narcissistic, or just very cold, emotionless. They could have caused you some delays. This could even be the way someone feels about you, since it is a King of Cacti or a King of Swords. That they were frustrated with you in some way. It could be sexual frustration as well. Like maybe someone felt like they wanted a lot more than you were willing to give when it comes to adult private time. Okay. Or this could even be you saying no to someone, having the power to like hold you back mentally, which is where we are with the Eight of Cacti reversed, is you setting yourself free from a mental imprisonment. Could be due to a King of Swords reversed. You taking that Ace of Wands and denying and saying no, or being frustrated enough to set yourself free. The Page of Potted Trees, this is where I was getting the Ace of Pentacles from, even though it's a page. It's a Page of Potted Trees reversed. I feel like there was something that was stopping your growth. And you took some form of accountability by being in an Eight of Cacti reversed energy. You said, I'm tired of lacking due to someone else's so-called power or so-called authority, or what they will or won't give me. The Page of Potted Trees for some of you could come in as a child. So some of you guys could have been spoken negatively to because you couldn't produce a child, or something like that, something along those lines. There could have even be another parent in the dynamic that isn't as helpful. And so, you might have been waiting around for their help to take care of a child, and they just never showed up, or they made a lot of promises that they had no intention of keeping. But I am, for some of you, seeing a child involved in your situation as part of what was holding you back mentally. Someone could have been using a child as a form of manipulation as well here. Like, I will only let you see the child after X, Y, and Z, or I'm just not going to let you see the child, just, as a means to have some form of mental control with the Eight of Cacti. But because it's coming in reversed, I feel like whatever you weren't being given, you were able to overpower. You were still able to take your mental control back to yourself. So the Empress reversed is your energy along with Taurus. So there could be a mother figure involved. This could be you as a mother. This could be your child's mother. This could be a person in the equation that is a false mother. Like they are portraying themselves to be a mother and they are not a mother. Or they're not a mother to a particular child. They may be a mother, but I feel like, they're not this child's mother. So it could be that thing, like a false empress, like maybe your ex moved on and has a new spouse or a new partner, and they are posing themselves as the child's other parent, whether it's a maternal parent or paternal parent. It's more like a somewhat of a step parent. I don't even know if they're married to your ex, if that's a thing here. But it could be like a step parent, but they're not you here, Libra, is what I'm picking up. For others of you, the situation kind of caused you to neglect yourself, and you're noticing that. You're like, wow, I've really changed. I've really stopped putting effort into myself because I've been in my head so much, or because I felt like lack in some area. You could have felt financial lack, Libra. Maybe you were dependent on spousal support or child support for some of you, or an allowance of some sort, and somebody may have been using that to manipulate and or control you, and that put you in an Empress reversed energy of just not having the energy to really take care of yourself, or understanding that the energy that you were in was causing an inability for you to produce or for you to grow, especially financially, since we're dealing with this Page of Potted Trees. And then for others of you, this is going to be someone who maybe has either rented space in your head, or vice versa, you've rented space in theirs, who is false here, okay? So the past influences the 5 of Potted Trees or the 5 of Pentacles. So perhaps you guys are coming out of a poverty consciousness, or you have been like locked out of someone's life. Again, I'm picking up a child here and a false mother. So some of you may have, been denied here with this Ace of Wands reversed by this King of Cacti and this Empress reversed. They may have said no, or may have cut off contact altogether and prevented you from not only having a relationship with the child, but you also, because you were in lack, like, especially if there's been an estrangement between a child and a parent, you have been resonating in lack. Hence the 5 of Pentacles being in the past position. But you are coming out of this state of lack by freeing yourself mentally here, okay? And by being frustrated enough, and not just with others, Libra, but with yourself, to start applying change to get a different result than what you were experiencing. So you have a Knight of Flowering Plants here, or a Knight of Wands reversed. So this could be another individual with whom you were dealing, a fire sign individual. Perhaps younger than you, or maybe just less mature. They could be not faithful, not loyal, not serious about anything. Maybe not even with the new person that they're involved with. They're not serious about anyone or anything. They could have been like in and out of your life, in and out of a child's life, just very unable to depend on this person. They could have a temperament as well, just maybe frustrated easily. But I find the Knight of Flowering Plants reversed combined with the King of Cacti reversed is a person who has no accountability whatsoever. They may rely on their looks or their stamina to get what it is they want, but ultimately they lack the capability to tell the truth or to show up for people or even themselves in a healthy and constructive way here, okay? They could have been frustrated with you because you turned them down in a physical manner, if you know what I mean. Perhaps you didn't want to do anything in an adult way with them, and that could have caused them some frustration, and they may have decided, well, then I'm going to cause Libra some frustration as well. So then we have the Tower as what's coming toward you. Some of you, I intuitively feel like you've already experienced a Tower, or the Tower has yet to be part of your consciousness, but it's like something is not sustainable. It wasn't. So if there are two people coming after you, bringing you down, attempting to bring you down, that is not sustainable. In fact, because the Tower is here, there are a pair of people, at least two, there could be three, there could definitely be three, but at least two, I'm strongly picking up. They're about to have a rude awakening here with this Tower in the future position. Whatever games they have been playing, or whatever inadequacies they feel within themselves and were projected upon you, are being returned to them, or they are getting a dose of what they dished out, intensified immensely here, Libra. Okay. For others of you, I feel like this Tower is something that is happening within you. Like there's something that is no longer sustainable when it comes to you, and feeling like imprisoned or encapsulated mentally. So this Tower, this great awakening, is setting you free in some way. And it could come in the form of, karma against anyone who's harmed you. Spirit does want you to not focus much about people getting their karma, because everybody gets what they pay for, in life in some way or another. So, but your focus is self-care, self-love, getting yourself back to overflowing with abundance here. That is what your primary focus should be, especially if you've been in any sort of lack. They want you to be more in an abundance mindset and in resonance with abundance. And then prioritize your beauty as well, or your physical appearance. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but just, neaten yourself up, hygiene, I want to say like minimal efforts. You don't have to make a dentist, a masseuse, a damn hair, nail appointment all in the same day, by all means, if that's something you want to do. But it's just small steps, small habits to be implemented until you feel like an upright empress again. And that's when you experience abundance, when you feel abundant, when you feel great about yourself, like you're taking care of yourself. You start to see evidence of that in your waking life. Okay, so the energy that you're in is the Hanged Man reverse. This is Pisces energy. There could be a Pisces influencing the situation. I also feel like I need to say that Pluto is playing a significant role here, which is in the sign of Capricorn. So there could be a Capricorn influencing the situation, or you guys could check what house your Capricorn sign is in and what Pluto is doing there for you in particular. But the Hanged Man reverse is like, I feel like many of you want to set yourselves free from feeling stuck, and also surrender anything that you can't control so that the universe can get to work on actually bringing it to you. For others of you, I feel like it's been challenging for you to surrender a certain ideology or person or even people. Like this has wreaked havoc on your headspace to the point of you feeling trapped, polarized, like you couldn't. Some of you guys suffered some panic attacks, some anxiety attacks, some breakdowns, meltdowns, things like that, maybe even full-blown tantrums, just definitely tormented mentally for a while. But you are at a space of being set free from that. You've been very resilient with that Young Moon Strength card. And you have done your best to recognize what you can't change and what you can begin to implement to see some changes to this very strenuous situation. With the Hanged Man, it's also a need for you to surrender. Some of you, if you have been estranged from a child, you've been tormented by that and the cruelty of those who participated in the situation. But it has a lot to do with you even letting go of the outcome regarding the child, which might have been the hardest thing that you've ever done. But it was imperative for you to make that move, to just release anything that you have no control over at this moment in time. Eventually you can gain control, but at this moment in time, all you can do is focus on your well-being to the fullest capacity with small steps. And surrender anything that you can't change. It's not to say that you're letting go of anyone you love, like any children or anything like that. It's just being fixated on a particular outcome or allowing people to control your headspace here, okay? Others of you, I find you have freed yourself from some addictions with the Hanged Man reversed. It could be because you're preparing for court. It could be because you're trying to get back to an Empress upright energy where your headspace is so clear that that you don't need any substance. You know, I understand using a substance for coping mechanisms, especially if you were in grief or in some sort of mental chaos. But that's something I feel like you are at a place of surrendering, Libra, or that is the advice here. So the energy around you is the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. There could be a Gemini involved in the situation, or you guys could have Gemini placements. You know, check what house Gemini is in and see what area of life is speaking to you right now. But the Lovers, a lot of times it's about like a lover, someone else. But in this case, Libra, I feel like this has a lot to do with the resonance with yourself. Okay. For many of you, there was a lover that you were hanging on to for a very long time and were refusing to let go of. Okay. And you know, that is something that once you are able to release this person or entity, that is when you start to become more in resonance with yourself, and you put yourself in place to attract someone that is a vibrational match for you and is willing to give you pleasant or positive experiences. Like that's a direct result of you letting go of anyone who has been holding you back, or you've been allowing to hold you back here, Libra. But with the Lovers, I really feel like you getting back in resonance with yourself. We have, one second, a series of sixes here too. Yeah, 6, 12, 16. So that number could be recurring for you, any variation of those. But the Lovers is about you being in resonance with yourself, and it's about you deciding. It's about you deciding to love yourself first and foremost, and everything falls into place. That could be what this Tower is being brought into your life to help you realize, is that you are the creator of your reality. You are the master of this simulation, and it all starts with how you treat and perceive yourself. Do you feel worthy of the things that you feel are being kept away from you? Are you willing to let go of any particular outcome while simultaneously having faith and knowing that you will get exactly what is meant for you? You know, these are questions you could be asking yourself in order to get back into resonance with yourself here more than anyone else in the equation. It's about your relationship with yourself. There could be someone in the picture that is in love with you or is very deeply attracted to you. Maybe they even feel a soul tie to you, but unfortunately, the characters in this reading have been less than favorable. They have not been willing to work with you. They have not shown up in a very fair way to you, okay? But any new people, that could be a thing, but I just feel like there needs to be some emotional, mental, and spiritual decluttering before you are receptive to a new love prospect here. Okay. So then you have the Four of Cacti, the Four of Swords. So this, I feel like a sense of sadness and a mild frustration, because I feel like someone's biggest fear is you getting back to a very strong mental state, of you getting your mind back. Basically, somebody fears that you get mental stability, because I feel like the intent here was to create mental instability for you, therefore putting you in a state of lack and basically like making you poor in the mind, poor in the bank account, poor in love, etc. I feel like that was the intent here. Because some people themselves are coming from a poverty consciousness or a place of lack or a place of like not feeling adequate or worthy. So that easiest target was you, unfortunately, here, Libra. But this Four of Cacti is what you hope to gain, is your mental stability here, which you can do by becoming in resonance with yourself, by loving yourself, by journaling. It doesn't have to be much you don't understand. Like it could be the smallest task will end up being so large over an extended period of time. So a little bit of journaling eventually will have your mind very clear. A little bit of exercise will have your mood enhanced, okay? And then you'll start to see definition in various parts of your body. A little bit of, drinking water every day you'll be in a state of hydration on a regular basis, which will lead to improved skin, hair, and everything else. Just small habits built up over time, and you focusing your attention on your love for yourself before you are in resonance with love for another, just to save yourself from attracting someone who is still broke in some way or broken in some way. And then you will be the punching bag of that brokenness. So it all starts with you and your relationship and your love for yourself, and your mental health and stability and wellness, you surrendering anything you can't change, and you doing what you can to change. Okay. What you get for all this, my beautiful Venusians, is the Emperor. Okay. So you end up coming out on top, which is somebody's biggest fear here, right? So this is you, like you, Libra. You get out of jail. Some of you may have gotten out of jail, but this is a mental jail. You get out of jail. You may not have a whole lot, right? But then you start to give yourself what you can, which is to love yourself and think of yourself in your highest form. You're coming out of a period of poverty or lack or feeling like you don't have enough or won't get enough. And you're going through this journey only to end up the Emperor. Okay, this is Aries energy. This is where the North Node is. This is everything to do with your independence, which is what this whole situation has brought you to empower, is your independence, your assertiveness, your leadership abilities, and bravery and fearlessness, and just going after what it is you know you're worthy of without letting anything hold you back or stand in your way. Okay, this is incredibly powerful here. And you do have an Emperor and an Empress. So while someone is a false Empress, you are a real Emperor here. Okay. So a situation may have had to end in divorce, just because the Emperor and the Empress, tend to be a married couple. And you just see too many narcissistic games being played. And you also see that it's to your detriment, or it's holding you back financially. It's holding you back mentally. It's holding you back spiritually. And it's holding you back from being in resonance with someone that could actually love you properly. That would also be in a space to receive your love without feeling any sort of threat or coming from a place of some sort of lack. So I feel like the Emperor is the energy that you're evolving into, and also the energy that you can attract through giving yourself that love that you felt dependent upon from somebody else, like just having mercy. Not even necessarily that you needed them to love you, although that might have helped. It's a matter of them having mercy and not withholding things from you that are rightfully yours, whether that's a child or some money or, whatever, it could be anything that somebody was kind of keeping from you as a means to control you and stop your progress. But that is not happening whatsoever. You are literally evolving into a powerhouse, into a machine, into someone that you have no choice but to respect. You would be a fool to look at somebody who's been through the trenches and come out empowered and try to sit up there and say that and still try to bring them down and still not give them their credit. Everyone would then look at you crazy. No, that person is extraordinary. You're a real hater. So, that could be something that someone faces, is the exposure of what they have done. So, but for you, in terms of you go into a very powerful situation here where you come out the victor. Okay. You come out the leader, the person that commands authority here. So, I hope these messages were helpful to you, my dear sweet Libras. I'll pull a few from the Cosmic Insights for you. And I want to thank anyone who is subscribed. I would love to have you if you're thinking about it. Thank you for commenting, and please comment if it resonates. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I appreciate you guys immensely. So health issues could arise. So I feel like the health issues could come in the form of people getting sick who were plotting against you. That's a consequence. There's a lot of dense, stagnant energy residing within a couple of people here, and it's just in their body. It's just in them. That is why they have the capability to treat you the way that they have treated you, is because they have so much dark, stagnant, murky energy within them. So this is going to manifest in a myriad of health problems and even concerns. In terms of you you may have felt like you may have gotten a health scare that was your tower moment. Like, hey, I really need to fix shit, whether that's like slow down on drinking or smoking, or change your diet, or change who you hang around even. You know, you're a product of your environment. So all of those things could have come to your consciousness here and make you want to live in better health here. So we also have gambling, Libra. So problems with addiction or gambling, bad finances. This is the energy that you could be coming out of with the Five of Potted Trees reversed. Or this is the energy that the people that were trying to kind of like take you out here are resonating in as well. So I feel like somebody gambled, and they gambled their health. With the way the stagnancy has just ruminated within them, and like that was a whole gamble. I just heard challenge a chosen one. So many of you are like very special, very divine, divinely protected. You know, you have ancestral protection, you have divine protection. There are some animals in the spirit world that are watching over you. There are some animals in your waking life that are on guard for you at all times. But I just feel like somebody gambled their own karma with these choices here. Okay. So then we also have communicate, compromise, forgive, and work it out. Okay. So that could be a thing, you know, where forgiveness is a factor. I'm a huge advocate of forgiveness, Libra. Like, I feel like it's imperative for our growth. Of course, we all do it in our own time. That is not something that can ever be rushed. And it may even take a series of times to forgive. You know, you may have thought you forgave someone, and then down the line, maybe 6 months, a year later, things are still coming up to trigger you, and you are having to go back to the drawing board and see what it means to truly forgive, you know, yet again. You know, but forgive yourself overall. This is all a part of the self-care that you guys are like really immersing yourselves in, or you will be. You know, that forgiveness for yourself, just for giving people the benefit of the doubt, being kind when you didn't have to, being generous when you didn't have to, etc. You know, or for the way some of you guys, I feel like it might have stunted your growth for like 5 years. There's definitely a 5-year period here with the Five of Potted Trees. So you guys may have had like a 5-year fight or battle, you know, just to come out of your own head. I just split the deck into spy. Somebody's definitely spying on you. It could be this couple here. It could be more than that, but definitely 2 people spying on you. It says someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. So while you're doing your best to come into your greatest version, they're actually watching you. Okay. And this may even be part of their karma here, is having to watch you to become this emperor, when they tried to put you in an 8 of Swords and a 5 of Pentacles here, Libra. Okay, so this is a major, huge story of karma, you know, and what goes around comes around. So I wish you all the best on the rest of your journey. Reach out to me if you want a personal. I would be happy to connect with you on a personal level. I love you guys so much. I'm a Libra as well, so I send you so much Libra love. Yeah, you guys did that. You guys ate on this reading for sure. You know, you have that cardinal energy backing and supporting you, especially after that grand cross. You know, I just feel like you guys are like really transmuting energy and becoming your greatest version, like an entire rocket ship. But thank you guys again. I send you so much love, so much light, infinite abundance. And until next time, my sweet Libras, take care.